while we've been appreciating more time, I've become more aware of the inequalities in society, and being surrounded by young families who are, you know, some of them in high-rise flats with 3 children, maybe 1 PC if they're lucky amongst them. So getting the chance to spend more time with the family isn't actually a pleasure for them. And so coming out of it, I become more acutely aware of the inequalities in society. I'm disappointed in it. And I think as we start thinking about what we should be doing and doing better, we need to acknowledge that. We need to think about that, because there is no point in us rushing to, oh, let's all work from home or have a blended way of work, for people who do not have the great privilege that you have as a, you know, middle class, comfortably, oh, I've got to study, my husband's got to study type of attitude, because it's not realistic. And it's not going to be good for business, and it's not going to be good for society if we just have a I'm all right, Jack. Just as during the lockdown, some of it's been great. We've seen some super support amongst communities, but we've seen many people, many of them like us on this call, who have gone under a rock and thought, well, I need to make sure that I am not exposed no matter what happens, even though the statistics are of you getting it or of dying are so tiny. And we've been quite happy to see people, not happy, but we've been aware there's been people around us, or maybe not thought about them, but we're utterly lonely, utterly deserted, and utterly isolated. And yeah, I've seen some really bad things. I saw during the last lifting of lockdown a bit, men and women could go into pubs easily, but people trying to run support groups for people with alcohol problems weren't allowed to hold them. And that was considered, even with lobbying to the government, as, well, that's fine, they can't sit just socially distanced in a room. So there's a lot. If we're going to build back better and greener, we need to actually look at the realities outside our own comfortable homes. Well, I'm speaking personally, I'm very, very comfortable, and I'm not facing these situations. But I think it would be very, very sad if an outcome of this is, as we build back better, we build it back to suit a particular demographic of the population and forget the needs, the very, very severe needs of many who have suffered quite significantly.